Cheap, not broke. What the hell? Oh my god. Cheap, not broke fam. What's going on, everybody? Mute my damn, mute my video. Video is hacking. It's not what I'm looking for. There we go. Cheap, not broke fam. What's going on, everybody? Had to get my stuff going. Had my equipment all messed up, but I'm ready. We're ready to go now. We're gonna start this thing over. No, we're not. Thank you all for coming back. Thank you all for tuning in my channel. If you haven't, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the tell a friend button. Please tell everybody what we got going on at Cheap Not Broke. We are here to help you get the most out of your money and help you get some value. We're here to save money and make money at the same damn time. Hope everybody had a good, happy, merry Christmas. If you don't, I hope you had a good. If you didn't, oh well. I hope you did. And also, if you don't celebrate the holiday, I hope you had a great day off. Anyway, I am back. Been off for a couple of days, but we are back in it. We're going to get right into it. And today, what are we going to discuss? We are talking about Uber. Uber is robbing you. Yes, it is. Yes, they are. Uber is definitely robbing you. Here's how it is. Here's why. Uber's was outrageous. Outrageous amount of money, outrageous price. It didn't make any damn sense how much I was paying for these damn Ubers. And I wasn't even going that far. And New York, it's already a hugely populated place. So there's people all over the place. So they didn't feel entitled to raise the prices. So we're going to dive into that. But before we do, I just want to show you one of my receipts. Let's take a look at it real quick. uh, enormous amount of prices. I mean, they just have you all these extra fees, taxes, and fees. The ride is it's still up there. The ride ain't cheap, but it's the fees and the service fees that they charge you that's causing these to cost so damn much. But I found a good article. We got to find out. We got to prove everything. We can't just be on here talking. I found a good article that explains these things, and we get right into it. So, this article is a little old. This is from a couple months ago, but it definitely describes what I'm talking about. So, that's why we want to get into it. So, this article explains. Is it? Oh my God, am I sharing it? Let me see if I'm sharing my screen. Share my screen. Where we are. Here we go. Bam. This article is titled "New Yorkers Rage About Hefty Uber Prices After CEO Stunned by $52 Fare for a 3-mile Ride." Now you can't tell me that's not outrageous. Now I already know because I was there recently and I paid this. I paid some of these prices. Um, Look, I really don't understand. Let's take it back. Let's take a step back. Do you remember prior to Uber was not a publicly traded company? Uber was just a regular company, Uber and Lyft. However, Uber got some share. I mean, well, they had investors and whatnot, but they went public, and when they went public, everything went bad. Just know, anytime a company goes public, they're going to want money, and those shareholders want their money, and they don't care if they devalue the product or not. As long as they're making more money, that's what it's about. It's about making money. People say they care about the customers. No, they don't. They care about shareholders. They care about stock price, care about the dividends. That's what they care about. Let's take a look at this. Furious New Yorkers say they are growing increasingly fed up with Uber's sticker shock after the company's very own boss was left stunned by eye-popping cost of a recent $2.95 trip. The CEO of Uber, took a 3-mile trip and it cost him $52. Now, does he care? No, because he has millions of dollars. Why would he care? This man probably got a helicopter with shrimp on it. He got some women on there with bras and panties having a good time. They have a party every time they get on the helicopter and go somewhere. So I know he don't care. This is just that's BS. I know he doesn't care. Bree, 24, says she's still scarred from an Uber expense that she had in April, where she traveled from West Village to JFK Airport. Rose's upcoming cost was $77 when she booked. but it shot up to an additional 36 when she was curbside at the airport. They add prices. Say, look, they're not always telling the truth. You get on there, you book at one price, and then it ends up being another price, costing more money. So let's not act like Uber is being honest, okay? They are changing the prices because I've disputed a few times. I booked at like $50, and then when I get it's like $66. Like, wait a minute, this is the price I'm paying. Why are you adding all these overages, all these other fees onto it? She was charged, Rosa was charged $77. Oh, yeah, we already talked that. Okay, I got in the Uber from JFK. I was on my phone, so I wasn't paying attention. When I got to JFK, I looked to see what the price was. What I tipped, I saw 113. I was shocked. I was annoyed, and you can't get your money back. Rosa recounted her costly trip after the day after CEO said she was floored by paying 51.69 for a 3 mile trip. Crazy, right? But here's the thing. You're not getting a better experience. You know, you used to want to go Uber over a cab because you knew how much you were paying. Now, let me tell you something. The red cabs, they're still racist. They're like they can't see. You say, hey, cabby, let me holler at you. They be driving like this. I can't see nobody. You can see me. You see me. You see me waving my hand. You know I'm trying to get a ride, buddy. But they be acting like they don't want to talk to you. I'm not saying all cab drivers are racist, but some of them act like they don't see black people and it's the daytime. That's all I'm saying. Now, Uber, I thought it was a better ride service because you know how much you're going to pay before you get in the car. That's the beauty of it. I know how much I'm going to pay. I'm not going to get charged any additional fees or incur any additional costs. Me, I don't like cabs because cabs is like trying to find a woman in the dark. You don't know what you're going to get till you get home. Just like riding a cab. You don't know what you're going to get, how much you're going to pay till you get home. I don't like those cabs. That's why I'm not a fan of the cab, especially when I go to Las Vegas. Sometimes, Ubers take too long at the trying to get out of there with waiting on one because there's so many people and the Uber line in Las Vegas, which is crazy because they raised the prices all the way up. So I try to get a cab. Cab, you don't know how much you're gonna pay. As soon as you can shut the door, $10. You sitting around. Hey, how much is it gonna be? Hey, excuse me, sir. When you tell them how much it's gonna be, that's $8. So you paying $10 to get in, $8 tell them where you want to go, and that hadn't even started the fee. That's what happens with the cabs. I hate it. I don't like it. Now, me personally, I used to go at Lyft a lot. I used to open up Lyft and Uber and see who costs the least. But you know what? It doesn't seem Lyft seems to cost more money now. Lyft costs considerably more money, and I don't like that. Let's slide down. Let's read a little more of this. Pooh, Pooja, a 27-year-old model said she would take public transportation over Uber any day, saying, Uber is way overpriced. I really try hard not to take it. It is hard not to take it sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes the pricing of Uber, you just can't take it. I was in Prospect Park. I had an appointment in Bushwick. I was running late. I was like, okay, let me take an Uber, she recalled on a recent trip. That was $34.94 when I saw it. Honestly, I did not want to pay it. During the interview, she guessed. Okay, we can get over that. But anyway, look, bottom line is this. Uber is changing the price. They're moving the goalpost. Uber is moving the goalpost on you. You pay one thing, and then you get to the destination, you're done, and it's more money. They're adding the wait fee. They're adding all these service fees, especially in New York. I'm telling you, you know how many times because I don't use Uber on my credit card. Yeah, I don't pay with my debit card because it's a little hard to get the money back. And with my credit card, I can dispute. I can send a picture of the trip, dispute it with my credit card company, and they'll give me my money back. So I would tell anybody if you are going to use Uber and Lyft, you have a credit card, put it on there because you could dispute it. Once they take that cash, it's harder to get it back. Credit card company, you haven't paid the bill yet, so you can still, work that out, get the money back. But anyway, when I was in where was I? San Francisco, somewhere else. Yeah, New York. Yeah, New York. Every time I would book at one price, it would be another price when I got out. So what I started doing is I started screenshotting when I initially get in the car or what the initial price was. I would screenshot that because sometimes you're in the car 30 minutes, 20 minutes. You're not paying attention, listening to the music or talking to the driver, whatever the case may be. You're not paying attention to the pricing changes. So screenshot, this is what I do. I screenshot how much I pay when I get in. And then when I get out, I look at this, I screenshot it again to see if there's a difference. And then, I want to make sure I'm not getting charged anything else because they really keep killing me with this waiting fee. Why am I paying a wait fee and I'm outside? Who the hell am I waiting for? I should be getting the reduction because I'm waiting for the driver to show up. I shouldn't be paying that. But that's what they're doing. They're making you pay more money and they're adding all these fees and you're not even paying attention or catching on. Now, this has been in New York and LA. Other places, it's been pretty cool. Straight fare, no extra taxes and fees. But these bigger cities, they're really busting you upside the head with the taxes and fees. And it hurts when you get home and you check this, because like, man, I didn't sign up for this, I didn't sign up for this, and I didn't sign up to pay this. And then if you don't pay attention, they already have the uh the um the tip option checked. So if you just click all the way through, you're gonna end up giving a tip. You're gonna end up giving a tip by mistake. Now I'm not saying these people don't deserve a tip, but that's up to you to give it. You shouldn't just be giving a tip just because the settings are wrong and they're not right. They're not right. But look, check this out. Let's go to Uber's website and see what they got to say, because I wanted to go over to their actual site and see what they had to say about the surge pricing and how it works. So let's take a look. How it works. Here we go. Surge pricing. Learn how surge pricing quickly connects each person who needs a ride to help them. No, 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 no. Surge pricing, how it works. Learn how surge pricing robs you and they lie to you and take your money without telling you. That's what surge pricing does. That's the truth. How it works. Demand for ride increases. There are times when there's so many people that are requesting rides, there aren't enough cars on the road to help take them all. Bad weather, rush hour, special events, for instance, may cause unusual large numbers of people to want to get a ride request at all the same time. Prices go up. In these cases, very high demand for pricing. Okay, this is bullshit. In these cases, very high demand for prices may increase to help ensure those who need a ride can get one. The system is called surge pricing, and it lets Uber app continue to be a reliable choice. No, it doesn't. Whenever riders pay more to or wait, whenever rates are raised due to surge pricing, the Uber app lets riders know. Some riders will choose to pay, while some choose to wait a few minutes and see rates go back down. How surge pricing is calculated, I don't even care. Well, let's read it anyway. When surge pricing when prices are surging, multiplier standards rates add that additional surge amount or an upfront fare, including a surge amount that will be shown on your offer card. This will be depending on your city, LA, New York, including your service. Uber's service fee percentage does not change the surge pricing. That's a bunch of BS. Look here. These people own the software. They can do whatever they want. They can change it. They can drop it, raise it up, drop it down, whatever they want to do. I used to drive for Uber and Lyft. They like the surge pricing. When a special event is going on, they'll raise the surge pricing so you as a driver you can make some more money. Then the passengers making more money, but paying more money. But let's best believe the company is making way more than they're giving you the driver, and the company is making way more than they're giving you a break as the passenger. It just doesn't make any sense. And then the whole thing about everybody being crowded together, you're charging us more prices. It's always going to be a surge at the airport. Anytime you go to the airport, it's going to be some people there, unless it's the middle of the night. They're going to charge you a ton of money. You got to pay it, and it's just not fair. It's not to your advantage. Look, really, you got to go on there. If you haven't, do me a favor, go check the last couple receipts of Uber and just see the pricing breakdown. You can actually go back, I don't know, maybe 2 years and check your receipts. See all the extra fees that they've added since they've gone public. These shareholders suck. Now, do I own stock in Uber? No, but I should buy some because, hey, I'm already paying all these high prices, so I should benefit from owning some of the stock in it. I don't even know. But Lyft is a whole nother thing because they don't even have a food sharing app. They don't have other ways to make money. Lyft is only in a few states. I don't even think Lyft is international because I've looked for Lyft other countries and haven't seen it. And they cost us more money. They just flat out cost more than Uber and some of the other. Well, there's the only company. Now, I did go to Thailand. They had something called Bolt. Bolt was super cheap. When I went to Thailand, I was in an Uber ride for like 2 hours. 2 hour Uber ride. Long, long ride. Okay. I only paid $36 for this ride. I went from Bangkok, Thailand to Pattaya, Thailand. Okay. Long ride. $36. Man, now let me tell you, this guy was hauling ass. I was nervous riding when he was driving so fast, but I didn't pay a lot of money. I made it there safe. I didn't understand how they got their pricing so cheap versus the United States. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's how they do it. And it's just a better business model. I can't wait for somebody to come in and challenge Uber and Lyft and get a better business model. They got to have a better business model because Uber and Lyft, Uber doesn't really have any competition. Nobody's really competing with them. They don't have anybody except Lyft. Lyft is not in every city, so they're not even real competition. Somebody's got to come in, pay the drivers better, and give the riders, the customers, a better service fee, a better just something better. I mean, because look, Uber, they have the market by the balls. Anytime they want to raise the price, they can raise the price. And let's be honest, sometimes you gotta take an Uber and renting a car if you can, great. But sometimes you don't need a rental car. Sometimes you need to get from here to there. You want to take an Uber, and it just gets super expensive. It doesn't make any sense. $70, $80. You're paying sometimes in an Uber, you're paying the same amount as you could pay for a one-way flight somewhere. I paid more in Uber than I paid to fly from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, from Jacksonville, Florida to Miami, from Dallas, Texas to Houston, Texas. I paid more money to ride in an Uber than get on the plane. That's outrageous and that's ridiculous. They got to do something about that. But what do you do about that? This is what you do. Make sure you screenshot how much you initially paying for Uber so you know, and then screenshot at the end of the ride how much it is and how much they're charging you. Just in case there's some discrepancies, you can get on there and dispute and get your money back. Because let me tell you, they do all this stuff and they charge you all these extra prices, these service fees, all these taxes, and you don't even pay attention. They just charge your card at the end, and then they still have your card on file. They'll adjust the price. They'll charge you $65 and later go back and charge you $68 because they got your card on file and they haven't charged it yet. So be careful, be wary of this stuff, watch out for it. In other news, we're going to get on to some other stuff. We don't just talk about Uber. We want to cover some other things. Now, let me tell you something. I like Spirit. Spirit is okay. They're cheap. They're good. But look, I don't know if you heard about this, but look, Spirit lost somebody's kid. Check this out. Spirit Airlines puts a 6-year-old boy on the wrong flight to Florida. Isn't that something? Now, are we surprised about this? No, we're not. This Spirit. Home Alone 2. That's what it sounds like. Home Alone 2. You remember Home Alone, the kid, Kevin went to the wrong spot? Yeah, that's what happened. Same thing. Home Alone 2. This kid, apparently Spirit put a kid on the wrong flight and sent him to the wrong city. Let's see. Associated Press. The boy was supposed to be traveling to Philadelphia from Philadelphia to Fort Myers, Florida, last Thursday, but ended up 160 miles away in Orlando. How the hell you do that? Spirit being cheap, them cheap flights. Look here. No, Delta would never do this. Delta would never do this. This is a Spirit thing. This is something only Spirit would do. They would only be the people to put you on the wrong flight because they have crappy customer service. Now, yes, the prices are dirt cheap, but I'm not going to lie. Spirit customer service sucks. They don't treat you very nice. If they were nicer to you, you might be more inclined to pay more money for these flights. But they don't. The customer service is garbage. Not everybody. Now, I've gone through sometimes and somebody's been really nice and helped me out. But I'm not going to say their service is better than Delta. It's not better than American Airlines. Spirit just doesn't have to get best pricing at all. I'm sorry. And look, speaking of another story we got going is, similar to the DoorDash situation and, going up on prices. California Pizza Hut franchises announced layoffs for delivery drivers before new $20 minimum wage report. So basically, in California, you're going to have to now pay delivery drivers a minimum of $20. And the Pizza Hut said, hell no, we not doing it. Y'all can go. And they're letting everybody go. See, people don't understand this thing about this. You make employers pay a minimum, that's fine. All they're going to do is reduce the workforce. And the people who do work for that amount of money are going to get worked harder. They're going to make you work harder for this amount of money. Did they get rid of all delivery drivers? No. But the ones they're going to keep, you're going to do more money for, you're going to do more work for a little bit of money. Now, $20 an hour, okay, great. Now, let's be honest, you're probably not going to be busy all the time. So they're going to send you home. Being a delivery driver, I'm sure it's part-time. They get you, what they do with this is how they scam you. They get you on these part-time jobs. When they raise the price of the minimum, minimum wage, $25, $30 an hour, okay, great. But we're only going to give you 20 hours a week. So we're not paying your health care. So what these companies like to do is every time they raise the minimum wage, they just make everybody part-time and don't pay pay health care. Because when they got to pay your health care, 401k, got to pay all this extra stuff. Companies don't want to do that. They're not going to do that. So what they do is they just let everybody go, or they put everybody on part-time and don't pay anybody any extra money. It's the oldest trick in the book. I actually was working at O'Reilly's at one point in time, and they did the same thing. They had me on part-time. They would have me at like 38 hours, 39 hours, and then they would drop me down to like 30 hours just to keep me up on that threshold so they don't have to pay me pay health insurance for a full-time employee, or pay benefits like 401k and all this other stuff. Because companies, they got to match, pay benefits, it's expensive. They don't want to do that. They feel like they're not getting the most value out of you for that. So whatever the case may be. But these companies are all hustling. Uber, they're hustling us. They're charging us all these hidden fees. And by the time you get to where you got to go, your price has gone up $5, $6, and you didn't agree to that. I don't agree with that. The price should be whatever they say. If you're going to get in an Uber for $20, when you get out that Uber, it should be $20 unless you decide to pay the tip. None of this wait fee crap, none of this other stuff. You really got to stay on top of these Ubers, man. If you feel like they're trying to get over on you, dispute it, and get the money back. All right, screenshot it so you can send a picture like, hey, this is what I initially was charged for this ride. Now you guys are charging me an extra $10. What's up with that? And then they, like I say, they control the software. They can do whatever the hell they want. You can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. Yes, I can. I can take a screenshot and I can dispute the price. That's what you want to do. Don't let these people get over on you. Because these Ubers, they're getting out of pocket. When the last time you took an Uber for under $10? If you want to take an Uber for under $10, you got to go around the block, which means you might as well walk. I don't think Uber is under $10. Not in the States. Well, maybe in some of the smaller cities. But you go to a big city, man, no, you're gonna pay. They're gonna hit you upside the head. Bow! Uber is hitting us upside the head. But another trick you do: open Uber, open Lyft, and see how much it costs. Compare pricing and see which is cheapest. And the last thing you do is this: if you're in a place where there's Ubers and cabs, see how much is on the Uber. Go to a cab and say, "Hey, can you take me here for this amount of money? Can you take me here for this?" Because hey, they're trying to make money too. They're in competition, and like, hey, look, can you do this or better? Cab might do. He said, you know what? Look, I can do it for $5 less. Cool, let's do it. So make sure you pay attention to that stuff. Don't get overcharged by Uber. And going into 2023, if you haven't, write out your financial goals. What you're trying to do. What you're trying to do. You trying to make $1 million or $100,000? I don't know, but it damn sure takes a whole lot of effort, a certain amount of effort to make each one of those monies. But it takes a whole lot of effort to make a lot more effort to make $1 million than it does to make $100,000. Write down your efforts, figure out what you want to do. We can talk about it. I'm going to get on here beginning of the year in January, and I'm going to do a whole show on my goals for 2023. If you're watching this podcast, if you're watching this show right now, jump on the show when we do it in January. It's going to be first week of January. We're going to go over our 2023 goals financially and what can we do and how can we accomplish them, and are they realistic? Because sometimes you got goals that aren't realistic. You're over here trying to accomplish some stuff that can't be accomplished. So you want to make sure you write some stuff down that you can really do. Don't put yourself behind. Don't feel bad about stuff that you can't do or whatnot. Don't feel bad about that. Everybody's out here trying to make it. And you know what? As Cheap Not Broke community, we're going to get on here to talk about it. I'm also going to have a debt boot camp. We'll get on here. We're going to try to pay off some debt. I got some debt I'm paying off. Other people paying off debt. So look, I figure it'd be good if we can get on here as a community and all try to pay off our debt together. Have some fun games and some other, I'm just trying to make paying off debt fun. Debt, you don't have to be in debt, but the system we're in, capitalism, it is a system of debt, but you do not have to participate. I don't have to participate, and I'm tired of participating. I'm tired of paying interest. I'm tired of paying all this other stuff. All that money I'm paying interest, I can invest it, and I can do something else. I can retire early, go sit on the beach, and do whatever the hell I want to do. That's what I want to do. Now I'm not going to sit on the beach. I'm going to do some comedy, tell some jokes. Y'all already know what I'm going to do. But anyway, if you haven't, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't, please head over to cheapnotbroke.com, grab some merch. Please, we got bags, we got gift wrap paper. I meant to put up there, I got gift wrapping paper. Check this out. I have paper. It's going to be on cheapnotbroke.com, available. Everything you guys do, I appreciate it. If you want to get in the super chat, drop a super chat, help support me, help me get some new equipment because I got some new cameras. I got season 5 of my podcast coming out. So anything you can do, support is very, very, very helpful. And even just getting on here watching, is very helpful. I appreciate the views. YouTube, they like people to watch the content. So if you can watch the whole video through and send it to a friend or a family member to help me, I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's watching. I appreciate my viewer right now who's watching. What's happening? Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back with more lives. If you haven't, please go check out my video on Hennessy VSOP. I break down how many shots are in the bottle and why we should not be overpaying for alcohol at the bar. And I damn sure ain't talking about do not drink and drive. It's dangerous. You get in trouble for it. Don't do it. All right. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We'll be back. I am back getting things going. Also, please go to check out my comedy special. Who is Malcolm on cheapnotbroke.com. If you haven't watched it, head over to watch Who is Malcolm. It's great. You'll laugh. You'll learn a lot about me, my family, and just have a good laugh. Good evening, a good laugh for the evening. I appreciate you all. We'll be back. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and remember, stay cheap, not broke. It's about value, not about how much you spend.